don't understand this world today. Why is success a bad thing? Why, if you're a millionaire, you're evil. If you're a billionaire, you're the Antichrist. Why? Because of their pathetic jealousy. That's all it is. Jealousy. Seth, you're worried? You're worried that some people don't like you in the locker room? Hell, if you ain't making enemies, you ain't making money. If everybody doesn't hate you, then you are not living up to your full potential. And everybody here wants to say, well, at least you'll sleep well at night. Sleep? Who has time for sleep? I would rather eat well than sleep well. I would rather drive a nice car, fly in a private plane, live in a mansion, live the good life, Seth. You get one shot at life, one shot, one go around in this world. You take life and you grab it by the throat and you make it give you everything you want and screw everybody else.
In case you don't know who he is the cerebral assassin, Triple H, WWE. If you don't know much about him, look him up. If you do, even better. Because to be honest with you, what he's saying is right. What he's saying is true. Talking to Seth Rollins, look him up too if you don't know who he is. Trying to fit in, trying to have everyone be happy. I've already made past videos, probably like one or two realistically, about stop being people pleasers. They don't get you anywhere. They don't. Yeah, everyone has their own opinion, but screw everybody else. Just like yesterday's video with my whole roommate situation. Yeah, literally, like that's the compliment for me. Because you're misunderstood. If you're not misunderstood, if you're not hated on, if you're not deceived by other people because their miscommunication towards you, their lack of understanding for your goals and your mindset, then your goals ain't big enough, you ain't gonna reach the mountaintop. And that's facts. That's the way of life, because you don't wanna do you. You don't wanna hurt people's feelings. It's not about hurting their feelings. Some people are very sensitive. Yes, but it shows them a reflection of themselves most of the time. You know, like, I don't care about that. You know, I don't care what other people think about me. I'll be like, okay, cool. Say less. I'm gonna keep running it up. I'm not gonna feel offended. I'm not gonna try to change, especially if I know it's gonna benefit me in the long run. Why would I change? We're selfish people naturally. So obviously, I'm gonna be selfish for me. I'm gonna be selfish to better myself. If we ain't got nothing to talk about, if it ain't about bettering yourself, bettering your mindset, bettering your physique, bettering none of that. If it ain't about money, business, muscle, mindset, I don't want to talk to you, especially as a guy. I definitely don't want to talk about you. Because as men, as young men, we don't have anything else to talk about but that. Forget video games. I don't care about the next video game. I don't care about the PS5. I don't. That's a distraction. Listen, I have a PS4. I don't play it anymore. Listen, I enjoyed playing the game for what it was. Back in middle and high school, early high school, great times. But even then, I was still comfortable playing by myself. I rarely played online with any of my friends. That was only on few occasions. Most of the time I played by myself, and I enjoyed it, you know? But I played it more than enough to where it got repetitive, it got boring. I need something else to do. I need to find something different. Then I found my mission, my purpose. That's what a lot of guys lack. And I was talking to one of my friends yesterday from high school, one of my female friends. Went to the same high school as me. We was talking. I thought it was her at first. I was like, I don't know if that's her. I just saw curly hair. So I was like, oh, it is her. So I said, hey, what's up? We talking a little bit. We asking how, our, Christmas break went and everything, And she told me, like, her and the other group, that the crew who go to another school about an hour away, which is the party school per se, they went out somewhere. They went to Waffle House, and it was kind of like, I guess, cool to meet back up with them and all that. But she was telling me things that I already knew about her friends, like certain things. It's crazy. Because there's a trio. One of the guys in the group called them the three light-sketeers, because they're all light-skinned, but nonetheless, she said something like, yeah, You know, they always go for the bad guys. Bad guys meaning athletes. Athletes, you know their intentions. She was like, even the bench warmers would still mess you over. I was like, dang, that's crazy. No playtime dudes still messing you over? That's crazy. Personally, I wouldn't let that happen or slide if I was a woman. But it's like they always go for the athletes. And the thing is, they were all cheerleaders in high school. All cheerleaders. And it's like, dang, being on the cheer team, I guess you naturally go for the athletes, you know. And I was like, is it just football, basketball, or are you saying every sport? She's like, every sport, Blake, every sport. I was like, she ain't lying. But at most schools, football and basketball is the most common sport, you know, compared to baseball and you know, all the other ones, depending geographically, obviously, as well. But it's just a bad reputation to be an athlete because everyone thinks you're just a cheater, especially if a cheerleader or dance person on the dance team would have it. Yeah. Bad reputation already, sucker. You screwed from the start. But nonetheless, it just showed, like, I remember she said one of them wanted, all she really wants is someone to treat her right and to love her. And in my, I didn't say this. I probably should have, but in my mind, I'm like, bad habits. You may want a good guy. You may want someone to bring peace into your life or care about you. But if you keep going after guys that you know on a deeper level aren't, and you just won't get with them for fun, and you're not that stupid or crazy, you're kind of aware of it, then it's like, what do you expect? You're not willing to change those bad habits. You're not willing to sacrifice fun for seriousness. Because athletes, most of the time, especially around our age, and in this time period of this generation, it's strictly for fun. You can't expect a full relationship out of them, you know? Out of most of them, at least. I'm not going to say all, but for most, you know, it's just one of those situations where you have to change. As the woman, you have to seek better for yourself if you really want a better guy, you know, and that's all on her. You know, that's your personal choice. You know, I don't really care. You know, you do you. You know, I'm going to do me. I'm going to handle me and handle my business, you know. And, you know, my friend goes to my, you know, school, which is crazy. I'm glad she went. I didn't know she would even go to my school at first until she'd been told me, but I'm glad she chose her own route. That's one thing I can respect about her. She chose her own route. She didn't just go to the same college they went to strictly because it was a party school. You know, that was maybe because she's not a party person like that. You know, she's down to, you know, have some quality time or have a little bit of fun, but not like on that level of atmospheric type of thing. So, you know, so I'm really glad that she, you know, chose her own path. You know, she's pretty much self-independent. You know, it's you know, and a lot of guys don't like that. They don't like an independent woman, or, you know, or some women feel like they don't need a man, and this and the third, because they were done wrong by bad guys. You know, I feel like as humans, you know, don't expect much from your partner or from the other person, but also, you know, I'm gonna say this, like, don't expect too much. You know, kind of do your own thing, especially if you're healthy in a first world country like America. But you know, in relationships, it's an effort. You both have to put in equal amount of effort, you know. It shouldn't be one-sided. But that's just me, though. You know, and I look at it like you have to be ruthless. I say all that to say with that situation. You have to be willing to take your own path. You know, not going to the same college her friends went to. You know, creating her own path, doing her own thing, having that independent mindset. She's had that since high school, since I've known her. So it's like, in the future, I already know by that point, she's going to be successful in where she wants to be. I'm going to be successful where I want to be because I didn't care. I didn't care when people said, oh, why are you going to that college? That college is boring. Or why would you go there out of all those schools you applied to? Like, goofy, you didn't think into the deeper picture of the fact that certain scholarships don't cover full tuition or majority of full tuition. Like, student loan debt ain't no joke. You can have all the fun you want, but if you like them student loan debt, cool. You want to go to another college because your friend's gonna be there? Cool. When them student loans start beating you up, start hurting you financially, you think your friend's gonna help you with that? No. Heck, they probably got their own student loan debt they gotta worry about. And even if they don't, imagine you go to a college that you have to pay out of pocket for by a lot, and they are almost on a whole, let's say they're on a full ride. But they convince you to go there, or you want to go there because y'all are best of friends from high school. Guess what? Even if they're on a full ride and they don't have any student loan debt, you think they're going to help you with that when you graduate? No, sucker. If you think so, think again. That's the whole thing. You know, it's just setting you back. Slowly but surely. Getting distracted. Wanting to have fun. What are you having fun for? What are you celebrating? You ain't accomplished none yet. You know, maybe it's just I'm a guy, so it's different. But I don't even like thinking or saying that. That kind of disgusts me. I feel like men and women should go after their goals, and then when they achieve and accomplish something, then they could celebrate a little bit. Now, don't go too crazy now, but you know, that way you never get too stuck in the grind, but you could still kind of take yourself out and be like, okay, I accomplished something, you know, and document it, have it be a memory or whatnot. You know what I mean? You always want to make sure that and you have to do that consistently. Doing that for years, man, you already be ahead of the game. I look at people and I'm just like, man, I don't want to be average. I can't stand that dang word. I just can't. And then you realize, man, if I just do these few things, I'm really not an average person. Like internally, sometimes I still feel like, dang, I'm average, only because I'm not where I want to be financially. So sometimes I feel like I'm average or below average, but my actions are not average or below average. That's the crazy thing. But if I know if I do what I'm doing consistently, it's all gonna line up. It's all gonna catch up to me. It's all gonna fall into place. It's like a trial and it's a test. People don't want to wait and grind. They want to see instant results, the instant gratification. And when people want to see instant gratification, that's how you know that the path to success and greatness just isn't for them. You know, no matter how bad they say they want it, you have to go through hard times. Everyone's definition of hard time, everyone has their own definition of hard times, and your personal experience of hard times may be different from others, but regardless, if you talk to someone else, oh, you're gonna be like, oh, that's some hard times. Even though you didn't go through that specific hard time, it was still a hard time. And if you went through it, you would be like, oh, now that's hard. That's some hard stuff. You know what I mean? Everyone's experience will be unique. And it's just, I just look at some people and I'm just like, why? You know, I actually feel baffled and disgusted sometimes. Why do y'all think the way that y'all do? Why don't y'all want more for yourselves? Why aren't y'all willing to take risks? Whatever the reason is, self-doubt or influence from other people, negative influence from other people. I'm just, man, like the cerebral assassin Triple H said, the CEO of WWE, screw everybody, screw them. You need to be going hard. You need to make enemies. Make enemies. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah, make some enemies. Now, I'm not saying doing that like doing stupid crash out things, but making enemies is not hard when you're on this path to greatness. You know why? Because that you're gonna have haters naturally. Sometimes it's in people's DNA because they hate themselves within. If you can only hate on someone else if you hate something about yourself. Literally. It comes from within. It comes from that. So you can't change that. So you have to sacrifice. You have to be being misunderstood or people hating you, not for reasons that you did something to them, but because you showed them a reflection of their setbacks or their downfalls or their downsides or the things that they're not doing. So that's why I'm always saying, man, don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about the doubters. Don't worry about the people who misunderstand you. You do you. You handle your business. You gonna win in the long run, no matter what you want, no matter what you do or pursue in life. You know, life works in mysterious ways. You know, you just have to just trust yourself, trust your gut, and handle your business and focus on you. But that's the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Comment, like, subscribe. Comment down any other future videos you may want to see. If this resonated with you, save it, rewatch it again. If you know someone or you yourself is in the situation where you feel like people are doubting you, where you feel like you can't talk to certain people, cut them off. All right, they were never meant to be in your life in the first place. If you can't tell them no, if you can't tell them screw them and move on and do you, we got a problem. All right, because at last time I checked, if they ain't helping you make money, if they ain't giving you advice on financial situations, you don't need to be around them. If they ain't trying to help better yourself or give you advice, screw them. Screw them. Screw them all. Leave them out. Get out my way. Get back. Like Ludacris said, get back. You don't know me like that. But until next time, I'm going to see you on the next one.